Why hello there my fellow brothers, Buster here again with another reaction video, and this is an urgent freaking request. At the same time, I'm gonna be doing Doto Doya after this. Just don't worry, it took me so long. I've been busy and tired for the past few days, so sorry about taking so long about that. Doto Doya versus a professional. That'll be coming after this. So this just came in and I saw the notifications by where was the name? Brandon Lewis. Brandon Lewis requested me to please react to why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is so awesome. 2022 by the Ackman. We know the legendary Ackman and his perfect reviews. Nobody's perfect. Almost perfect reviews. There are some takes that I won't agree on. We are entitled to agree to disagree, and that's just fine. I respect his points in previous videos, and I understand his points. There are some that it's just mediocre freaking problems that is not a total issue that should be just brush it off and just move on. That's just how I do it. If it does not affect the gameplay, I don't bother by it. I'm not bothered by it so much. It's not like a small grind speck over there and just I can't get over it. It's messing with my screen. I can't watch. That's the one thing I will not freaking just spend my time constantly berating someone over or just disagreeing. It's a waste of breath and brain cells. At the same time, there are more important takes like crashing in Call of Duty. That's although it's not rampant, but there are times my game crashes, and that's the one thing I want Activision to freaking fix and patch it out. Infinity Ward, there's a little poke for you. Make sure to reduce the number of crashes. Even if I'm in battle.net, it's still crashing. No different from Steam or the consoles. Alright? This is why it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 so awesome by the legendary Ackman. And let's see what his hot takes here or whatever. It said so awesome, so it's gonna be mostly good. So let's go get on with it. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 22 marks a major turning point for the franchise, the end of annual releases.
Hell.
So we're not gonna get another Call of Duty next year. Okay, at least we're not rushing our homeworks and submitting piles of crap. I'm looking at you, Vanguard. And just basically, people are gonna say it gotten better. Still, it was an extremely broken release, a subpar story for the campaign out of many memorable campaigns. There's no memorable characters in Call of Duty. Oh, please. You haven't heard of Captain Price? Do your homework first before you open your mouth to nonsense.
It's about time.
Only took you 2 decades. This
20
2-year
years,
commitment plan
so
ensures the devs have more time to polish their games.
Yup.
And it allows Infinity Ward to take the gloves off.
You want the gloves off? They're off.
And come out the gate swinging with a solid entry into the franchise and a robust live service ready to keep the momentum up.
When you take the gloves off, you get blood on your hands, Kyle.
Since Activision is slowly transitioning away
I'm one
from
of those. I bought
slave
the Vault
labor,
Edition.
there's no rush to release a new title, which leaves Sledgehammer and the other studios ready to support Infinity Ward. This is a major plus for this year's COD, as it seems Activision is doing the unthinkable and prioritizing a good video game over profits.
It's impossible!
But we'll see how they monetize this game. With the launch of Season 1 on November 16th, Infinity Ward will have addressed many complaints about missing features, modes, and quality of life stuff. They'll have launched Warzone 2.0, a DMZ mode, hardcore. This is the Call of Duty they want you to invest your time in. But the question is it worth your investment? That's what we'll be answering today, folks. For those keeping track, yes, this is the first new Call of Duty I've reviewed that I think is worthy of being called awesome and nothing else since Black Ops 2, man.
That's
okay,
so
throw your
far.
tomatoes at me. I stand by my opinion and respect yours if you disagree.
Yep.
Bitch. You see, ever since Black...
I respect your. Okay, say that again to my face.
Black Ops 2, man. Okay, yeah, throw your tomatoes at me. I stand by my opinion and respect yours if you disagree. Bitch. You see,
Well, That's how it should be. I don't care. It's not that you're invalid. I'm not invalidating someone's point of view of things, because everything is dependent on how we see things and our preferences. So not every review or comment is completely correct. There are things that we will not agree or disagree on, and sometimes the common denominator is it enjoyable? For me, Modern Warfare 2 2022 is enjoyable. The campaign was a little bit mid. It's a mid. It's not amazing. It's not crappy like Vanguard is. I'm gonna keep poking that thing because it disgusts me, because I almost bought it because I was hyped at the trailers, and then when the review came out for Angry Joe and Ant-Man, it was utter garbage. And the issues are so painful. There are still the same issues still prevalent to today. Because when I played the game Vanguard for free, it was free for 1 week. And my computer is upgraded. The graphics is good. And yet there were some parts where I was running on high performance settings and high quality settings too. It's just there are pixelations, there are scene tearing. It's still busted. There are times that the game glitches out, and sometimes there's some lag inconsistencies where my bullets don't hit the target even though my crosshair was in their freaking torso or in their face. How did that miss? In this game, there's small issues with that, but the gameplay, the gunplay is still amazing and fun. I can still smack someone if I wanted to.
Ever since Black Ops 2, COD hasn't been able to put all the pieces together.
Yep.
Either the maps are terrible 3-lane garbage, the game crashes every other match, they launch a Spec Ops mode that's so difficult you'd rather shave your balls with an electric razor, or the cutscenes freeze and stutter for some reason, or worse, you get 3 duplicate pistol grips in a loot box you opened on the beaches of Normandy, or they monetize weapons and power-ups for zombies and multiplayer, or they don't have those
New dog model is
They scrap the campaign thinking it isn't important. They make it terrible.
That's the one thing I will disagree upon. I want an attack dog. I want a perk of attack dogs just going for you, and not the attack dogs in Vanguard where you just when it touches you. I want an animation where the dog lunges in my face and I can choose to just... I'm not gonna say it because YouTube might put me into trouble. It should have an animation or an interaction to save yourself from the dog. If you're too late, then it's a kill for me. If you were on the right time, you earned that save. That's how it is. Make it fun, make it interactive, not just simple. It's like the old games where I activated this and it should be murdering. How am I gonna say this without getting in trouble? Ending every enemy in the area with just one laser beam's blast, even though it's a projectile weapon. That old kind of games. Physics.
Terrible campaign, thinking it isn't important. For almost a straight decade, something has always been seriously wrong with Call of Duty games.
Until now.
This isn't the best COD by any means. However,
Not
out of
the
the
best.
last decade, it's the one that screws up the least. But before we
Yep.
jump into it,
What
this
are you
area is
doing?
clear, Captain.
What are you doing?
Ghost Man, plug into their database and do what you are there to do.
Rog, installing Opera GX, the best internet browser for gamers in the world, and the sponsor of today's video.
Opera GX sponsor me because I'm using Opera GX because it's an amazing freaking web browser. I can play games and listen to someone complain and moan about their freaking issues in the freaking YouTube on the side without overburdening my RAM with Google Chrome. Sorry, Google. You found your match or your replacement.
Are you a gamer?
Yes.
Do you use the internet?
Yes.
Well, then you need Opera GX.
Yes.
A browser built and made
Already
for gamers
have it,
that's
bro.
so good you won't want to use anything else.
Yep.
The main page GX Corner has a plethora of awesome features. A calendar shows a list of any minor and major releases, letting you stay up to date on when Knack 3's coming out, baby. Are you like me? Do you not want to close your browser every time you game on PC? Worried about performance? Worry no longer. GX Control allows you to optimize performance and lower the amount of CPU and RAM that the browser uses. Can't blame the lag this time, boyo. Do you hate getting flash
No more
banged?
excuses.
Well, now you don't have to suffer.
Dark mode.
Just force dark mode onto any page or website you're using. Stay connected with your friends and your team by using Discord through GX. You can even get notifications on the sidebar when your favorite Twitch streamer goes live. Hey, what's up? GX Corner also keeps you informed on any sales or free games. If you're really cool, you'll click the link in the description and pin comment and download Opera GX today. And if you do use that special link, you'll be able to see my last 12 uploads in the GX Corner. So go do it, soldier. Download Opera GX today. It's totally free. You've got nothing to lose. Do it to enhance not only your computer, but your gaming street cred. Thank you, Opera GX, for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
But what exactly does Modern Warfare 22 do right? Why has this game struck a chord with me? Does it excel in all three areas? And more importantly, is this a worthy successor to the original Modern Warfare 2? Well, let's find those fucking missiles, whip out our noob tubes again, and no rushing our way straight into this.
Missed that.
Okay, buddy.
Scarcity.
Fucking Brits.
What's up, baby? Fuck you!
There's also an enemy on the tank?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
YouTube, that's not me. Do not give me an age restriction. I'm not the one cursing. It's them.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Hey, if you're the one using that riot shield, suck a dick.
Boundary shift, new players step in.
He's gotta do it for the challenges, man. What do you want him to do?
Go fuck himself. I want him to go fuck himself.
But power always finds a place to rest its head.
Like taking candy from a baby.
You had 6 kills and 3 seconds on the hard point.
Easiest
You did
6
nothing.
kills of my life.
In many ways, Modern Warfare 22 is a time machine that takes me back to 2009, sitting in those Xbox Live parties that some say kids couldn't survive these days.
If you are black, please leave my team right now.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yet every year the same thing happens. A new COD comes out and parts of the fanbase call it the worst. They say they'd rather play Ghosts as they sniff glue and huff paint. While the game certainly makes me sweat a lot more than I'd like to, and it has many other issues, bottom line, I'm having lots of fun. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I spawned
me
in
too.
the bathroom. I gotta go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. You just... And I'm breaking free of the eternal pessimism that plagues this community and fan base. The stakes were high for Modern Warfare 22, more than any other. It's both a sequel to the most revolutionary COD released in the last 10 years, and it's a reboot of arguably the series' most iconic entry. So if you're taking the name of the GOAT and building hype off of it, you gotta respect that legacy. Vanguard set the bar so low, Vern Troyer could jump over it. God rest his soul. So 22 was in prime position to get things back on track. But let's check out the campaign. 2019 and Cold War killed it in this regard. But how does this stack up against the OG? In terms of gameplay? Oh, fuck yeah. It's way better. Is it better in terms of story? No! Right
Not
off
much.
the bat, Infinity Ward breaks the mold by reminding everyone Call of Duty actually does have characters.
You done this before?
Many times, Sergeant, since you were in diapers.
Well, in fairness, he was probably potty trained by then, Kate.
Still am, sir.
Well, we'll check your ghillie suit when this is over.
Enter the return of Simon Ghost Riley as he walks through a desert mountain pass. We're looking to take out a guy called General General
Gabrani, I think. I don't know. This is a punch in the face to the person that said Call of Duty has no iconic characters. Bish, please! Ghost was the most iconic next to Soap in Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. You suck! You have no brain cells to do proper research on your own damn product! Or the company you're working on. You are sad and pathetic. Even a young kid knows Ghost. This person is either so far up in their ass they don't know what they're talking about, or they're just that stupid that they don't really know anything about what they're doing. Sorry about that rant, because that triggered me. No iconic characters. Bish, please. You've never heard of Captain Price? You are pathetic. Oh, I'm not even running a 10... You stupid! Why do you always auto my settings, YouTube?
General Gabrani.
Visual on General Gabrani.
You know, he's a guy, he's a bad guy, doesn't have any spoken dialogue, but he's supplying Iran with weapons, and that's not good, so let's kill him.
Ghost, you are danger close to the zone. This arrow's gonna pack a punch.
Copy.
Pack a what? Pack a punch. Did he just confirm Zon?
Predator missile ready for launch. Repeat. Predator missile ready for launch.
That's not a Predator. That's a puppet. I'm gonna get a copyright.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
I'm gonna get a copyright.
Direct. Target destroyed.
Now that's how you start a COD campaign. Quick segue, guys. I
Michael
have an important
Bay.
announcement to make.
Explosions.
Boom! I'll be coming out with my very own X-Man U2s. That's right. You yourself can be the proud owner of this fantastic, masculine badass. These will be coming out on December 9th,
Thumbs up.
but just
That's
wanted to
cool.
give you guys a heads up that's when
You
we'll
deserve
be,
it, dude.
opening to
Man,
pre-orders. You're gonna
everybody's
wanna
getting
get one of these
U2s.
bad boys. Look at that. They even
I
got
wonder
my
if they're gonna make
tattoo.
U2s
December
of me
9th.
one day.
Next scene takes place
After
several
10
months
years.
later. Laswell, the lady from the first game who helped you out with intel, goes to talk to
General Shepard.
General who?
PTSD intensifies.
That's one less loose end.
The two discuss the next Muslim man that they're having problems with and want to assassinate with missiles.
Hassan Zayani.
Apparently, this Hassan has given up live streaming and pursued terrorism, and he's not too thrilled with us calling in a Predator missile on General Gorbachev.
Well, let's get him.
I think that was a tomahawk.
What time is it now?
Who do we send?
Coach, send me in, I'm ready. MW22 kicks off the fan service by bringing back everyone's favorite Scottish badass, Soap McTavish, and pairing him with the enigmatic Ghost. It's a match made in heaven, and the two got plenty of catching up to do as they don their night vision goggles once again and head out to capture Hassan.
Incoming! Flares!
Uh-oh. That don't look good.
There's a wound going down! We're going down!
Hold up. Holy fuck, that was awesome. What Modern Warfare 22 really excels at is presentation. The lifelike cutscenes are broken up with flashy moments of gameplay. This game's got super smooth animations, and the transitions between cutscenes and gameplay are seamless. They take a much more cinematic approach to storytelling with these scripted moments and vignettes. It's that same philosophy that made World at War, BioShock, and Halo 3 so awesome. Like, when this guy gets shot, I fully expected him to just fall over dead. This guy's gonna die. Yep. Instead, he crawls away from the line of fire, leans up against the wall, and has a bit of dialogue.
There's one in that hallway.
It's more immersive this way than just having him die. Instead of watching the helicopter crash in a static cutscene, we're sprinting towards it while it's crashing. This poor lady.
Don't try it.
So we defend it down chopper and work our way towards a warehouse that
I always hate that moment.
suspiciously Wasn't on the intel. What do we find?
Ballistic missiles.
Naturally, this has the gang confused, especially when Soap finds...
Take a look at this.
No, I'm not gonna put that in.
Ghost, do you have Hassan?
Negative. We found a weapons cache. Hassan's got missiles. They're American.
And I know exactly what's going to happen now. We're copying Iron Man, people, alright? Shepard is gonna be the one selling US weapons under the table, though for far less compelling reasons than Obadiah. But this is it. This is the main plot of Modern Warfare 2. A scavenger hunt for the missiles. It's all they talk about.
Ballistic missiles. Hassan's got missiles. Hassan has American missiles. I'll say again, Hassan's got missiles.
American missiles. Hassan is moving missiles.
Our ballistic missiles.
Where are the missiles?
If Hassan gets a missile, perfect to move illegal cargo, including missiles.
Cargo could be containers housing missiles.
We believe this is the missile.
We need to get on the ground and see if the missiles are there.
Predator missile ready for launch.
We came here to stop a missile.
Take out the oil rig with the missile.
Disarm the missile.
Disarm that missile!
Who'd you get American missiles from?
Where's the other missile?
Where are the missiles, Coco? Oh, she doesn't know where the missiles are. Oh, what did you do?
Oh,
Where did you...
it's like, do you have the DSM? But that only gets one scene. This is over. I gotta agree. If you edit it like that, it is a little bit a broken record that keeps on self on repeat. Come on.
Hassan and a missile are in Chicago.
Have you found the missiles yet?
Missiles were never in Spain. The guidance systems were. I can tell you where to find the missiles. To find your so-called terrorists and your missiles, you need me.
I want the missiles.
You knew that was a third missile.
Creative writing.
This is what's weird about the campaign.
Wow.
The missions are 10 out of 10. Characters, 10 out of 10. Story, 5 out of 10. Rarely does a game, movie, or story have such amazing characters, but like a super dumb plot. Usually it's the other way around, where you're like, man, this story would be so much better if this guy would just shut the fuck up.
What about what's going on in that pinhead of yours?
It feels so low stakes for Call of Duty, like,
Focus mission. We're out of fucking time. The world is on the fucking brink of war.
I want the missiles.
Creative writing.
we're just looking for 3 missiles.
Iran is in possession of American missiles.
Who could have done this?
The way Shepard's acting, it's so obvious what's going to happen. Even if you didn't play Modern Warfare 2, the story shouldn't be this predictable. Anyways, they destroy the missiles there, and Laswell heads to Amsterdam to meet up with none other than Captain Motherfucking Bryce. 22's mission design is a far cry from the lazy, predictable levels of old. You know, run into a room, kill a bunch of guys, run into the next one, do the same thing, hop on a turret, stay there for 15 minutes. It never feels like you're just going from room to room and killing more guys. Wetwork drops us in an open playground. It's just one area with one objective: clear the docks. How you do it and in what order you kill your enemies is completely up to you. Like 2019, Infinity Ward is willing to take off the training wheels and just let you have fun. Thank you for believing in my intelligence. Once you clear the docks,
Well,
you link up with Price and infiltrate the
agreed.
boat.
Listen. Spanish. Sounds like it.
Turns out the Mexican cartel are involved with Hassan, the Los Almas.
Where's
so they
Leon?
catch wind of a meeting in
Where's
downtown
Leon?
Amsterdam and head to intercept. They got bands playing, people get scared if you point a pistol at them for some reason. Pfft, pussy. The shops and streets are so detailed. I mean, just look at how gorgeous it is. It's like a tech showcase or something. Could it be? It is!
Burger Town!
Burger Town! You really feel like you're undercover, as you can now hide your weapon to blend in. So we capture this random guy who never appears again and never has anything to say, and we learn that they're going to transport Hassan over the southern border for some reason, which means we get to take control of Mexican Special Forces agents Rodolfo and Alejandro. And notice that it's not Mexican Special Forces, it's Mexican Special Forces.
Mexican Special Forces.
Special Force!
I think they call it Fuerza Especiales.
Security is pretty lax at the border, as it always is, so we're able to cross it just as easily as Hassan. As we sneak through the suburbs, we encounter some rowdy civilians. Don't worry, fellas, I've been trained to de-escalate tense situations. Stop resisting! I said stop resisting!
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
Why?
You want some too? Drop your weapon. Fuck you! Get the fuck back. Okay. Now. Don't shoot!
Hey, how about you don't come at me with a baseball bat next time? Genius. We find Hassan's safe house and Hassan, who beats the shit out of us.
No. Let him burn, as Gobrani burned.
Wait, aren't you even gonna watch them? They could get away.
No. I'm going to leave them alone and not actually witness them dying. I'm just gonna assume it all went to plan. What?
But Alejandro gets to prove what a homie he is by rescuing us. Soap, Ghost, this new guy Graves, and his shadow company work with the Mexican Special Forces to keep chasing Hassan.
Alejandro! Sergeant McTavish! Call me Soap. Lieutenant! Last one says they call you Ghost. Actually, I believe he prefers to That'll do!
That'll do. Can I just say I love
The
Alejandro,
brother.
his voice actor.
The brotherhood.
Fucking fire.
It's my second in command, Sergeant Major Rodolfo Parra.
Le tengo miedo a los fantasmas.
You know Spanish?
No.
You will.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
So we bullshit around Los Alamos fighting the Mexican
love the
army.
Resident
There's a
Evil
really cool
4.
section where you're retreating down this mountain, but reinforcements are constantly flanking you, so you run and shoot back and take cover. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Graves saves our ass and says,
"You boys good to roll up Hassan with some fire from the sky?"
I smell an AC-130 mission, baby.
I
Do you?
missed that
These
so
levels
much.
always kick ass, and this one is no exception. You can hear the sound of the cannon fire hitting the ground through the mics of your team that's on the ground.
Watch for squirters.
This is what COD is all about, man. Blowing shit up, watching the fireworks, and like COD 4, the similarities between gameplay and real life are still eerie. The mission is a success. We've captured Hassan.
You speak Arabic?
But you have to let him go.
No.
Farsi?
No.
Of course not. Then I'll speak your bastardized medieval English. Because you're all uneducated street dogs.
See, we're getting off to a bad start here, son.
You will learn to respect me when your nation sees fire.
Here's the thing, Hassan. I don't respect you, not as a villain. You're terribly generic, and you just suck.
Take a look
Yeah.
around, Hassan.
I take
Now, you can either
Menendez
become
over
part
this
of the
guy.
food chain, or you can start talking.
I'm a hostage.
Graves.
This is illegal.
You're a prisoner of war.
God, that voice, man. That voice could seduce me.
You're a prisoner of war.
You're a prisoner of war.
I want this bastard in permanent custody or looking up at the goddamn grass.
General, killing Hassan is an act of war. Keeping him is illegal. Right now, he is too hot to hold.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Tactical plot hole inbound. Good God, this is fucking stupid. Okay. So we went through all this trouble. We just decimated the countryside, indiscriminately slaughtering villains, killing their livestock, destroying their buildings and houses. We blew up gas stations, schools, soccer fields. An entire community in Mountain Village town is just obliterated trying to get this guy. And now we're afraid of breaking the law?
It's right here. You can't be serious.
Who's writing this crap?
But Laswell's right.
Without proof, we need to turn him loose, see where he leads us.
What do you mean proof? Proof? How about proof that he crossed the border illegally? You can't arrest him for that? What about arson? Arson's a crime. You can't just light things on fire. Assault, attempted murder.
Iran is not at war with Mexico. I've broken no laws.
Hassan's got missiles.
Creative writing.
Why is this dude even that important? He's only got 3 missiles, and they never said they were nukes.
Killing Hassan is an act of war.
An act of war against who? Mexican drug cartels and terrorists? The United States has already declared war on those two things. The entire story almost collapses under the weight of this ginormous plot fuck up. It is one of the worst plot devices I think I've ever seen, but the amazing cast of characters and their well-written dialogue manages to keep it from collapsing.
Yep. That's the difference between good and amazing writers and subpar ones, where you immediately just gave up. I kept continuing regardless of that stupid plot hole, because I want to see more about the guys and what their take on it in the world. And believe me, I was not disappointed, especially in the mission Alone. That is my favorite mission, Alone. Where Soap was alone and he's getting some tactical help from Ghost.
Luckily, MW22 follows the worst part of the story with the best mission, Recon by Fire, aka All Gillied Up 2.0. Gaz and Price head to Spain to look for Hassan again. Like wet work, you're allowed to take out all the guys however you wish. You're sneaking through the grass, sniping enemies, all in a ghillie suit, using gas to smoke people out of buildings. This is what I love about Call of Duty. Strategic, well thought out mission design. There's a neat reference to 2019 if, as Gaz, you kill all the guys that you're supposed to sneak by.
Not bad, Sergeant. Away from the days on the police force.
That wasn't for me.
I knew that the moment I saw you in Piccadilly Circus.
Thank you, sir.
And here's another great detail. How about Price reciting the same lines Captain Macmillan told him in All Gillied Up?
Try to anticipate their paths.
Try to anticipate their paths.
If you have to maneuver, do it slow and steady. No quick movements.
If you have to maneuver, do it slow and steady.
And I heard other people bish and complain about this one thing. It's a nod. It's a reference. Just because he used it the same doesn't mean it's ripping it off from the other one. It's just he might be. It still may be canonically that he worked with Macmillan in this reboot. We have no confirmation, but it's a good hint that it still might have happened. We don't need complete reports to see that it really did happen. And I really like that Macmillan character. I wish he'd just come back too. It just goes to show you that they were respecting the old, not making new things that make people hate them. I'd be rather pissed if they put Zoomer culture and other nonsense, political nonsense. I'm not even going to get to that. I'm not even going to go to that. In this stupid game, I'm escaping reality, and I'm in this. And that's good enough. If you're going to complain about simple things like this that can be ignored, you're so nitpicky and so annoying to every grain of detail. It's just a nod of appreciation or acceptance of the old one.
No quick movements.
It's almost like he's passing the torch to Gaz, you know? They introduced a new backpack mechanic too, where you can swap out tacticals and lethals, and you can carry like a bunch of stuff. This allows for really dynamic gameplay, as you can pull out the heartbeat sensor and then see where the enemies are, and then switch to the flashbangs. It's awesome. It helps you feel prepared for whatever the game's gonna throw at you. But Laswell gets captured, and they don't execute her on the spot for some reason. So who cares about missiles? Let's go and save her ass. This next mission kicks some straight ass. Nikolai joins us as our chopper pilot. Farah's on the ground with her gang as we assault this convoy. Die, you cartel scum! Oh shit!
There we go.
Nikolai, pull up! Pull up the fucking car!
Sergeant, he's gone.
Not dead, Nick. I'm hanging from a bloody rope.
I don't think there's anybody on planet Earth who played this section was like, that was lame. This level has you driving down the longest road in the world. You're slipping in and out of cars, peeking out the window and blasting people. Anyways, we rescue Laswell, and thanks for the help, Farah. You want to go on this next mission with us? No thanks, I'm just here for the fan service. I've got no impact on the plot whatsoever. Damn, rejected again.
Whoa! We're never in Spain, the guidance system's broken.
And we're still looking for the missiles, man. We ain't even found one yet. Since everyone's a stupid face that let Hassan go, we now have to risk life and limb chasing another lead. The mysterious El Sin Nombre. Stoke McTavish, with his balls of steel, devises a plan to head straight into enemy territory, risking certain death, and surrender himself to the cartel in order to gain their trust.
You go in there and they'll kill you, hermano.
I'll take my chances.
Graves and the others tell him, tell the truth. And it's a wise idea.
You got a name, Hawk?
They call me Soup.
What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh?
This
How
is one of the
Muppet
few
like your
sections
past
with
selection.
dialogue choices, and at first you think, oh sweet, they're doing the Black Ops 2 and Cold War thing where your decisions will affect the outcome of the story, but no, they just kill you if you lie. So you're given access to the compound, and it's a lot of fun exploring. Like I said, there's a lot of little story beats, like a Mexican mayor offering recruits to the cartel in exchange for voters. There's a couple thugs beating up this one guy. You got an armory you can sneak into. This is the kind of stuff you can miss if you just rush through the game. I fucking love this mission, man. So we killed Diego, and it turns out el su nombre is Valeria. So can we finally learn where the missiles are?
To find your so-called terrorists and your missiles, you need me.
Christ almighty.
I want the missiles. I want the target, and I want Hassan.
You already had Hassan! The 11th mission, Dark Water, has a sneak aboard an oil rig, which
This
has
is the most
atmosphere
annoying one.
The first mission in COD 4. Except this time the crates move around. Hell yeah, it's
That's
like
annoying.
a slip and slide.
See?
Oh boy, they're actually lethal. So we get to the missile
were you
controls and are able to redirect its target to the rig.
There's a bird in my window. That's spooky.
Yeah, good job, team. Nice work, Graves. Hey, man, how about after this we get a beer together, man? You're such a great buddy. I love your accent. Time to get back to base and plan our next move. What's this?
Step away from the gate.
What? This is my base.
Not a base. This is a sizable covert facility, and I admire it. So I'm taking. You boys have been relieved. Thank you for your service.
No. I don't take orders from you.
Don't you have your own base for Shadow Company? I mean, what's so important about this one? There's still 2 missiles out there. Shouldn't we be planning, like, our next move?
I think the story is just saying they're getting too close to the truth, and he's basically telling them to F off so that they won't find out that this was actually Graves and Shepard's F up. I think that's how the story is trying to portray, to tell us, but it just flies over our heads at the moment.
Move inside the base together.
Are you threatening us?
Soldier, I don't make threats. I make guarantees. So let's not do this.
Yeah, let's not do this. We have missiles to take care of. In fact, if you wanted to betray us, it would actually make more logical sense to do it after we take care of the missiles. That way it would kind of parallel the end of Modern Warfare 2, where, like, Shepard got what he wanted and then was able to betray us. Why not just ask for the base and come up with some bullshit lie about why you need it? I mean, if you're dead set on betraying us right now, then why not just kill everybody right here?
And who the fuck do you think you are, cabron? My men are inside!
I'm afraid not.
What?
Your men have been detained.
What?
These guys on the ground, Mexican Special Forces, 141, they are your brothers now. They are your brothers now. They are your brothers now.
They are your brothers now.
Your men have been detained.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm calling Shepard.
General Shepard sends his regards. He told me y'all wouldn't take this well.
What did you and Shepard think was going to happen? Oh yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead and block our path. Yeah, oh, what's that? You want to steal my base and imprison my men? Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. Oh, you also want me to fuck off too? Oh, you sure, no problem. See you later. This betrayal is a slap in the face to Modern Warfare 2.
Why did Graves turn?
Slightly.
I don't know.
Creative writing.
You could not come up with something more contrived if you wanted. I mean, it's clear the writers wanted to have their own epic betrayal scene, but this ain't it, Chief. There's no logic behind this. No surprise. But miraculously, everyone has plot armor and no main characters die in this shootout. Alejandro is captured while Soap and Ghost escape. Once again, Modern Warfare 22 follows up the stupidest plot points with one of the best missions, Alone. So at least I can partially forgive the game since this is so moody and atmospheric. Alone fully embraces a survival horror style of gameplay, something we've never seen in a COD campaign. That's bold. That's a bold, stout Guinness right there. You're weak, isolated, have to salvage metal and supplies to make improvised tools and traps. Along the way, you banter back and forth with Ghost.
I want to be like you when I grow up. You want to be better than me, Johnny? Got my work cut out then. That you do. Think I'll live that long? Probably not. What about Captain Price? Price isn't here, is he? The old man can't bail us out, not this time. I trust the captain. If he knew, he'd be here.
Be careful who you trust, Sergeant. People you know can hurt you the most.
Good advice, LT.
Ammo is scarce. I mean, they could make a whole ass game like this, to be honest. Gives me Resident Evil Village vibes.
That was cool.
Wait. Graves has gone crazy and he's been murdering countless civilians for no discernible reason?
Do it. Fucking hell.
You got the base, dude. What the fuck do you want?
Marks are killing everything in their path.
War crimes.
Makes me want to commit a few war crimes of my own.
What the fuck, Soap? What?
Makes me want to commit some war crimes of my own.
Makes me want to commit some war crimes of me own.
Right. Take it easy, man.
Makes me want to commit a few war crimes of my own.
Whoa!
Once Soap escapes Graves' men, they regroup with Price for another prison break, similar to when we rescued Price from the Gulag. Good times. It has that same cool camera gimmick we saw in 2019, and it's a lot of fun here. After the prison break, we've got one last task. Take out Graves, take out Hassan, and then find that rat Shepherd. We'll need a team to do this, though. A ghost team.
I'm not the Call of Duty ghosts.
If you're not, boom.
They even show respect to a terrible game like Call of Duty Ghosts.
Aw, hell yeah. The only boss fight in the game is a great one against Graves and his tank. Payback time, motherfucker. We find El Sinambre and learn that the last missile is in Chicago with Hassan. There's an awesome rappel sequence where you're shooting people upside down, another section with that improvised combat from Alone, and at last we have a showdown with generic Muslim villain number 37. After a job well done, Price, Laswell, and the others link up at a bar for some much needed R&R. I'm glad it's all over.
No, it's not.
Oh?
They're working with someone new. We don't know his name.
Who's that?
He's not new.
Come on, don't keep me in the dark. Tell me who it is. Show me the picture. Who is it?
He's
Ronald
not gonna...
Reagan?
Who is he?
Makarov.
Oh shit, baby!
Modern Warfare 3! Here we go, baby!
I love this ending, setting up for the next campaign, DLC, story, whatever. In conclusion, this is a fantastic campaign, gameplay-wise. Every single mission does something unique. The best moments of Modern Warfare 22 are the banter between all these fan-favorite characters. The worst parts are when these same characters act like brain-dead morons. The story feels so low stakes. Nobody dies, everyone is fine, but as a consolation, there is one final scene. That's what I'm talking about! No Russian, baby! Let's go! A lot of people had problems with this, say it's too fan servicey. I love it. And that's the campaign. It's a great ride, Ghost especially.
Here's my freaking punch to you, saying it's too fan servicey. Would you like them to make something new and possibly make you hate it even more? Because recent games have been doing that and you've been complaining. And now they're trying to do something like this and you're still complaining. You really can't please everyone in the world. If you try, you're gonna make your hair go white and go bald. Let's just take it with a bit of salt, and that's enough. That's enough. If you're gonna make this a colossal thing of an annoying proportions, that's on you. I like the game. The story could do some more work on it. That's the only issue. It's not gonna end you. It's an average, somewhat average storyline. It's not epic, it's not garbage. I'll take that over garbage, like Vanguard.
Is a huge standout. Ironic that all this effort could go into making the most realistic and badass campaign to date, but not enough effort could go into fixing the plot. Now, before we get into the core gameplay for multiplayer, I have some disappointing yet unsurprising news. Call of Duty still ain't as cool or real as it used to be. Style points, people. These games used to have style. Despite some missions and multiplayer maps being based on real locations, Modern Warfare 22 pussies out yet again by having to come up with a bunch of fake shit. I swear to God, if anybody calls this the cast-off, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. It's an AK-47. What's next? We gonna call frag grenades explodey balls? It can't be a money issue because I've seen indie milsim games that can somehow muster the real versions of these weapons. Hell, this very franchise used to do that. But for some reason, Call of Duty they just can't get the rights anymore. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just leveling up my .50 GS? Sounds like a video game console. No! That's a Desert Eagle! You stupid! Vanguard screwed this aspect up immensely. How do you like fake World War II weapons with 8 attachments and red dot sights? Cooper Carbine? Cooper Carbine? What the fuck is that? Look, I know it has no effect on gameplay, but Call of Duty started as an homage to military history and authenticity, and it shatters my immersion constantly when some weapons are just given fake-ass phony names for no good reason. Why is there a guy cosplaying as a Japanese samurai in a game called Modern Warfare? Now, the big question, did they learn from Vanguard and put actual factions into the game? Kind of.
Spec
if you
Gru.
like being part of the Spec Gru and Spec Ops, why aren't you trying to make factions cool? It's better than my team and the enemy team. Anything's better than that. But like, why aren't we playing as the Las Almas with some like Mexican-themed intros? Or the Op 141, they're already in the game. Can you at least try to make kick-ass music for the factions?
Ground war.
Capture the flag.
The naughty cat.
Capture the objective. Domination.
I think they can't afford Hans Zimmer anymore. But I wish he would come back. He has some amazing scores in freaking OSTs. I still love the Gulag by Hans Zimmer. The Gulag mission theme.
Do this.
Speaking of fake names, why is it called the Gunship and not the AC-130 anymore? Matter of fact, listen to how unenthusiastic the announcers are.
Hostile gunship overhead.
I don't know, man. It just seems like Call of Duty used to have such a cool style with each game, and they just abandoned that. Because once again, we're forced to endure the painfully boring operator system, featuring such classics as man with grilled cheese stapled to his helmet. Why are half the operators not even seen in the campaigns or any part of Call of Duty?
Oh, you got Gustav. You got the guy with the big mustache.
Only cause yeah, honestly, dude, you consciously made me want to play him because I heard your mustache comment in your video, and I was like, you know, he does have a sick mustache.
Yeah, it's Mario. This is
He's
Mario and fucking Call of Duty. Captain the Price said we have to stop at the missile.
Like I said, MW22 definitely recaptures the feeling of the old COD lobbies.
You guys are fucking awful.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down.
Cause you're a fucking little
Sit
nigga
the
and you're
fuck
going
down.
for objective.
Sit
Look
the
at
fuck
you,
down.
bro. You're 9 kills, bro. That's literally no activities, bro. Get your fucking money up, you fucking black George Floyd welfare collecting, cotton picking, pork market son of a bitch.
Why you gotta bring racist? That's loud.
Clearly, this man didn't
hear
agree
it
to the Call
outside
of
my
Duty Code of
earphones.
Conduct. In my video on Trash Talk, we discussed the importance of letting players exchange words with each other. Yes, it can be wildly uncomfortable, but also entertaining as hell.
GG's, guys. GG's. GG's.
Shut up, you Mexican.
You're adopted.
In an industry that continues to cut out social features, I'm glad Infinity Ward took a stand against that, allowing...
We can say that if you're so annoyed at toxic people just screaming in your ear, there's a mute feature. For goodness sake, we have the option. You're not... So what? You're saying you're not gonna mute it to listen it, to get your feelings hurt, and then complain and whine to make them remove it? You have the option to filter it out. Are you that stupid? All you have to do is bring up the score. At least we got a scoreboard. Just bring up the scoreboard, move your mouse or whatever it is you do in consoles, Go to that name, you can see their mics when they're talking, and just basically click it and mute. That's all you toggle mute. That's all you have to do. Why are you so butthurt over the smallest of things that you have the ability to turn it off? You have the ability to do. Why are you complaining to the companies to remove it? You know what you're getting into. If you're gonna go in Call of Duty, expect trash talk, expect garbage from everyone. And remember, your rage, you're gonna be induced with rage. So it's up to you to toggle mute. It's up to you. You have the responsibility and the power to use the mute button.
Voice chat across teams at the end of matches, and proximity chat during. This was such an amazing feature in Halo 2 to hear the frustration of your opponents after you killed them.
Fuck you!
It's a callback to the matchmaking of old in the lobbies we said kids couldn't survive these days.
It's
lacking
kids.
style and grace, but does this Call of Duty have a funny face? Is it as batshit fun and wacky as Modern Warfare 2? The answer will surprise you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to kill someone with a noob tube.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, there we go, noob tube.
Let's go.
Modern Warfare 2!
We're back, baby!
Yes, MW2 absolutely kills it with the gameplay. One particular category that stands out to me is the amount of viable play styles, both in sheer number of sandbox items and because of how balanced the game is.
The basic design for a weapon needs to be fun to shoot and fun to be shot at.
I firmly agree with this quote. A lot of COD fans are easily frustrated with these games, and I am too. But to be honest, I don't care if I'm killed by a knife-wielding maniac galloping across the maps, slicing down everyone in their path.
Oh, shit! Ninja!
If you have a knife class, please stand. Just know that I salute you all. Because of your service,
I got a knife class.
The legacy of the Commando perk lives on. Hoorah! I find it hilarious when I get killed by a point-blank rocket. The damn javelin is back too. I love getting killed by that. The tac insertion returns. There's a shock charge that has this Halo CE plasma grenade sound effect. I've seen people quick scoping. Some matches, all 12 players are throwing decoy grenades everywhere and it's utter chaos.
I have to say, quick scoping is an annoying thing for me, especially if I'm on the receiving end. I can do quick scopes, but I seldom rely on that. Sometimes I just rely on precision shooting, and sometimes my fidgety self, whenever I panic a bit when I see someone and just absolutely misses my shot. That's just who I am. Well, to each player, to you too, you can do your quick scopes, that's fine. But it infuriates me to no end a bit. But I'm putting myself under control at the very least.
Pistols are also really good this time around.
Yep.
I once shot a VTOL jet out of the sky, only to sprint forward and...
It can crash on
Can't
you.
even be mad at that. Speaking of streaks, thank you for adding the option of score streaks. I like playing the objective and don't always want to camp, so thank you. One of the most amazing details is when your chopper gunner or AC-130 is shot down, you get this amazing little scene.
Getting hot up here. Taking heavy fire. Hold on, 1-1 is hit. We're losing Delta. We're taking...
However, it seems most streaks are too easy to shoot.
Is that really? I want to see that good. I'm checking something out. That's a neat addition. Let's see.
Down, you get this amazing little scene.
Getting hot up here. Taking heavy fire. Hold on, 1-1 is hit. We're losing Delta. We're taking...
However, it seems most streaks are too easy to shoot down. The CUAV can be taken out almost immediately by any weapon with 6 shots. Everything seems a bit too fragile. Most COD games have a handful of weapons that utterly dominate and everyone ends up using them because it takes so long to level up guns. This time, however, nothing feels too overpowered or frustrating. The 725 even returns. But it seems Infinity Ward actually playtested the game this time. The raw MG is a freaking laser beam, man. Use it to shoot down vehicles, it's absolutely lethal. Modern Warfare 22 packs in a whopping 51 unique weapons, 41 primaries, 10 secondaries, 21 perks, 19 kill streaks, 15 field upgrades, 10 tacticals, 9 pieces of equipment, and 12 vehicles. Not to mention what feels like 300 attachments. I mean, Jesus. Unfortunately, there is quite a bit of overlap. A lot of the attachments are just like exactly the same. Like I've got 4 attachments that all do basically the exact same thing. There's also 3 versions of the AK-47, which is unnecessary. But with the new progression system, players are encouraged to change their builds regularly. It's honestly quite exciting to grind this game. I don't really care about camos, but I love the idea of maxing out the levels on each gun. I mean, seriously, I haven't felt a desire to grind COD like this since 2019, and before that, it was Black Ops 1. So, while every gun so far has been fun to use, not every weapon is fun to be shot by. For some reason, Infinity Ward thought it would be a good idea for snipers and marksman rifles to not have any flinch at all. Here's a situation that sucks ass and happens quite often. Player 1 gets the drop on Player 2 and shoots him twice. Should have the upper hand, but Player 2's aim isn't thrown off, and he hits a headshot with little effort.
Okay, so what's with this fucking bullshit?
Not too much has been added to the game mechanically, more has been taken
You
out.
don't shake
Mounting,
even if you get
doors,
shot.
sliding, reloading while ADS. All the quality of life stuff is still there. And the core gameplay is as you'd expect. Overall movement and flow feels mostly perfect. Not too fast, not too slow. It's similar to 2019 without the sluggish weapon feeling. Slide canceling and bunny hopping, though not completely removed, have been very much nerfed. A positive change for me personally, though many others are upset. I'd equate it to button combos in Halo 2. It's like, yeah, it's cool to see that. I don't want to have to do it. I don't like it when major exploits become the skill gap. You got those drop-shotting dorks that hit the deck every time they see a fly move. And dolphin diving has a purpose now. Great for sprinting into objectives and avoid taking fire. Reload canceling has been replaced with a new mechanic that allows you to space out parts of the animation. And just like in 2019, the reload animations and attention to detail are the best in the industry. Mwah. What else is new? Wall hanging. Instead of always clambering over a wall, now you can hang on it. If you got a pistol, you can peek over for some surprise kills. This also tears down the grid block-like feeling of COD's recent map design, where invisible walls run rampant. Turok especially has a ton of walls like this where you can kind of break the flow of the map a bit, allowing for creative and unpredictable movement. Pistols have gotten some love as a secondary. Now switching to your other weapon is faster than reloading. If you empty the mag of your primary, you automatically swap to the pistol, and this gives them some much needed utility on the battlefield. Alright, acting mailman, give us your thoughts on the maps, huh? I bet you hate them, right? Wrong. I think the map design is pretty good.
You're not complaining with the maps today?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's been a low bar, no question, but COD map design as a whole has regressed tremendously since Modern Warfare 3. After a while, it does kind of feel like same 6v6 small 3-lane maps. This game would greatly benefit from a map like High Rise, Wasteland, or Afghan. Can't believe there's no remakes yet. I can only think of one map that I genuinely don't enjoy, and that's Seraph Bay and Ground War. It's just too big, there's too much running, reminds me of Stonehaven. Maps ain't perfect though, some modes aren't optimized well. Mercado Las Almas has one side spawn on B in Domination, and that really messes up how Domination is played. In fact, the maps are so good, Infinity Ward might be facing some legal troubles, since 2 of them are based on real locations. Greenberg Hotel has upset the real-life Dutch hotel. A spokesperson says, more generally, we don't support games that seem to encourage the use of violence. Games that seem to encourage violence? Nobody thought Modern Warfare reflected some random hotel's views on human life. Valderas Museum has been cut for what some speculate as similar reasons. It's unfortunate this is affecting the map selection. I'm getting off topic though. The maps have pretty great flow.
Annoying.
The more I played, the better I could predict engagements. There's enough routes and paths through each one that I never feel like I'm walking into a meat grinder.
I have to say, anything can be copyrighted. What's next? Can you copyright air? Can you copyright the oxygen that we breathe? You're not allowed to breathe our air. Joe, freak yourself, copyright. You're so freaking annoying right now.
zero options and no chance of survival, Zarqua Hydroelectric has that cool water gimmick, and it's perfect for a one-off map. I see a lot of people bitching about the Santa border crossing. Let me just say I would rather have this map than anything from COD World War II or Infinite Warfare. Perhaps you don't remember how boring some of these COD maps used to be. I get why people don't like it, but I much prefer experimentation and gimmicking maps than just the streamlined copy and pasted crap. And Infinity Ward seems to be doing what Bungie did with Reach, that is, reusing areas from one mode into another. Border crossing is in 6v6, but it's also a small part of the ground war map. Parts of Rust can be found in Tarak, Mercado Las Almos, and Said. You might say this is cheap, but if it means we get more overall maps, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, love it.
Infinity Ward delivered a pretty decent amount of modes here. It's kind of dumb that hardcore was
The UI
withheld
sucks.
to pump up numbers for the release of Season 1. Genuinely don't know why they did that or why they're calling it Tier 1. But we also got some Counter-Strike-esque modes like Prisoner Rescue and Knockout. I like getting revived because I suck ass in one life modes and die immediately every time. You can tell Infinity Ward's goal is to kind of appeal to the Escape from Tarkov crowd and a bit of the Rainbow Six Siege crowd. They're able to provide the core Call of Duty experience while also branching out to others. Then there's also Invasion. No, it's not as cool as Reach. It's basically just Big Team Slayer with a bunch of bots running around and no objectives. I mean, it's kind of fun, great for grinding weapon XP, but I feel like COD World War II tried to copy operations from Battlefield 1. And Invasion should just try that again. The real highlight is Ground War. Ironically, Call of Duty is the one doing Conquest better than Battlefield these days. It's missing the cringe voice lines, though.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just better than everyone else.
Ground War whoops ass. Matches are long and intense. There's all sorts of vehicles. It's perfect for groups of 4 to mess around in. The big-ass helicopters that you can spawn in and fly in, those are awesome.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Did you guys see the helicopters crashed into each other? And both exploded in midair.
Let's replay that. I want to see that. I saw it for a split second.
And fly in, those are awesome.
Wow.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Did you guys see the helicopters crash into each other? And both exploded in midair.
I've had so many hilarious moments in Ground War.
You gotta be shitting me. Who sits there? Why there?
Camper. A camper.
Why? Why are you prone in a fucking random corner? This is my new mission.
Campers.
Kill these fucking guys up here. I have no kills. Get that shit. Get that shit out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why?
I hate
all the
campers
maps, modes,
so
mechanics,
much.
movement, the general
With a
appeal of
passion.
the game, none of it sucks ass to me, and that's why I'm calling this multiplayer awesome. But what does Modern Warfare 22 fuck up? Well, it's time we went there.
Uh-oh.
In the age of modern gaming, no developer is allowed a smooth launch. And while this video is being recorded the day before Season 1 comes out, I'm still gonna talk about this stuff anyways. The game is missing a ton of core features, but worse, it's been wildly unstable. I've had multiple crashes. Sometimes you and your friends crash simultaneously. Like, how does that happen?
Oh, don't tell me the game
Whoa,
crashed.
did it just yeah. No, mine did that. Mine's still frozen, bro.
Wow.
Did it really just do that?
Fuck the Vault Edition. This didn't
Wow,
fix
it did
shit.
crash!
Oh my god, it crashed for both of us?
It crashed, yeah!
Yo, fucking what? Wait a minute, like, the game actually fucking crashed both of you at the same time?
You probably crashed the whole lobby.
The whole server, yeah.
Please, no. My game crashed.
No!
Fucker!
It crashed the game for you. Bro, you gotta be shitting me.
I was doing so good.
That is another game crash.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It didn't crash. No way in hell did it crash.
Game crash.
Playing solo, you don't have too many issues, but if you dare to share the fun with friends, the game will stop searching for a match constantly, forcing everyone to leave the party, rejoin, but then you gotta navigate the godforsaken menus to group up again, and then there's a cooldown on inviting people, so if they don't accept the invite right away, you gotta wait 2 minutes for some godforsaken reason.
Everyone's thinking it, I'm just saying it.
The user interface sucks donkey balls.
There's no proof of that.
It's not as bad as Cold War, which would literally crash every other match. Every time it loads a new match, the menus just freeze for 30 seconds, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Hello? Can I change my custom class? Can I activate a double XP token? I'll buy the Vault Edition. How about that? Just stop freezing the game, and I'll spend money. Ah, screw it. I'm grabbing a beer.
Did he buy the Vault Edition? Because I bought the Vault Edition and I barely get any crashes. I get it now and then, sometimes, but not that frequently.
Basic quality of life features have been surgically removed by the former Hulu employees hired to make this UI. Currently, there is no way to check any kind of lifetime stats, a first for the Call of Duty franchise, and a low point. There's no stats in general. Like, how much time have I played? How many kills have I gotten with this weapon? What is my performance over the last 5 maps? Used to be Call of Duty was like the best in the business about giving you all the unnecessary stats you cared about. You know, what emblems and nameplates have I unlocked? You can't even see your deaths on the scoreboard until the match ends. Well, at least it's better than not having a scoreboard at all, so count your blessings. If you compare MW22 to the 2009 version, it's astounding how much has been cut. There ain't even a barracks anymore. Oh, I guess they gotta patch that in now. Modern gaming. It astounds me how much effort has been put into every facet of gameplay, from the visuals, the sound design, the animations, the customization, and yet nobody could be fucked to include the bare essentials. Like,
that's just basically it's basically give and take. If you want something to become amazing, you have to spend less time on the other things. So some things like basics usually just get the passable version, and every effort is put on the other things like graphics, the modes, the different I don't know what to say, the different innovations that they're putting in. It's just, I think that's what it is. It's basically a trade-off. Would you rather them spewing out garbage content like certain Halo Infinite and just basically make it bare essentials was somewhat there? I don't remember the old Halo games because I barely played them yet. I'm gonna play them one day, but that's how it is. You have to trade. Some quality will be lost if they're focused on something else, because I don't think the companies can get more people working on it, because we know COVID is still putting some strain on office places. I don't know, but that's just how it is. Just expect that it's not going to be perfect. That's what it is. Nothing is ever perfect when it's released, or there's nothing perfect in our world, as we often get disappointed on.
Stats? Remember when you could keep track of challenges because the game had challenges? Oh, 22 has challenges, but it's only dailies. Why the fuck do companies keep doing this? Why do they strip down the game and just 3 daily challenges? Halo Infinite did this and it sucked ass. Overwatch did this and it sucked ass. Modern Warfare 22 is doing it and it sucks ass. Stop doing it, game developers, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
What I miss is like the diverse challenges, you know? There was stuff like kill an enemy with a care package and you get this cool emblem. Get a throwing knife kill while flashbanged. Where is all of that? Then there's simple stuff like being able to see locked calling cards or emblems. Apparently there's almost 200, but all I see are 16 different pride flags. This user interface
makes me want to commit a few war crimes of my own.
I say to hell with these horizontal box.
Sorry about that. Something got in my eye. I'm gonna be crying. If you're wondering, I'm working with an electric fan and it blew something in my eye. I'm still waiting for the air conditioning to be delivered. My gosh, it's really hot today.
Menus. Embrace drop-down menus. Also, why on God's green earth do I have to restart the game to play the campaign? No other COD does this, and they never have, because it's awful. I always forget there's an after-action report because it's tucked away in the bottom left, almost like the designers intentionally don't want you to know. There are no medals or accolades, leaderboards, no hardcore, no ranked modes. You can't turn off crossplay if you're on PC because fuck you. Can't save custom blueprints for the gunsmith. There's no theater. For some reason, there's no notifications when you unlock a new camo. Sometimes notifications pop up with a challenge that you completed, but it doesn't say what challenge it was. Probably the funniest thing are activating XP tokens. It doesn't show a timer. Why?
Why? You're making me guess.
Why? You gotta pull out your stopwatch like a caveman to know when it runs out. And what's really funny is like XP token. Like there's 3 dots here when it's very clear that they could add an N at the end. Yet even though the UI is obnoxiously bad, when I start blasting my gats in a match, I mostly forget about it. At the very least, Infinity Ward has said they plan to improve the UI, so I eagerly await. That's a good sign. Please fix it, don't fuck this up again. Spec Ops once again makes a return, and I just hope this shit is playable, okay? I have low standards now.
Oh my god, what, how did I trigger that? Don't go in there.
Why not?
What did I say?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is playable.
Okay, buddy. I told you to crawl under that. God, you asshole.
Well. That was fun. Now let's check out the other missions. All 2 of them. I can't say I'm surprised. Truth be told, I figured they would just get rid of Spec Ops completely in favor of Warzone 2, that DMZ mode, and we're gonna be getting co-op raiding in Call of Duty? Like Destiny? This game is fucking massive, man. Yeah, I think this franchise really benefits from a solid PvE experience because you don't always want to be sweating buckets in the multiplayer. If there's one thing we should all agree on, it's how ambitious this game is. I think the Spec Ops missions are well designed. They got some collectibles, cutscenes, story beats. But without a decent survival mode and more missions, it's not a lot to chew on. Hopefully this changes. At least it's playable, right? Well, when it comes down to it, my issues with Modern Warfare 22 are mostly superfluous or stylistic.
Yep,
it's more with how the game
ignorable.
functions than how the game plays, and that's a big difference. What took me some time to understand is that when I got frustrated with MW22, it wasn't because it's a bad game. It's Call of Duty. Getting shot around corners when you're 5 meters behind them, or getting massacred by a bunch of SPR using drop shotting, quick scoping butt plugs, that's just how it's always been. The fact that I'm still playing this says a lot about it. I put like 7 hours into Vanguard and I was done. For the first time in forever, a new Call of Duty delivers. Though far from perfect, its failures and missteps are so small when compared to the last decade of releases. Though the plot is wacky, stupid, and very low stakes, the campaign is one of the best in terms of gameplay. None of the issues I have with 22 are game-breaking or can't be fixed. In fact, many of them have already been fixed, and that's the saving grace for it. To Call of Duty Modern Warfare 22, I give you the highest of honors. I haven't called a new COD game awesome in a long time. To the staff at Infinity Ward and all the other studios that worked on this game, I'm so happy I can say this, if but one last time. That's how it's done. Nice job, Rangers.
Hans Zimmer.
Would you rather have your life narrated by Commander Zavala or Peter Dinklage Ghost? Zavala for sure. Would you rather be killed by a swarm of bees or ants? Bees, because it'll be faster. Would you kindly bang my sister so I can have an awesome brother-in-law? I don't think that's how it works. Ever thought about diving into the Sonic franchise? I've thought about running into it. What's your favorite moment in your favorite Halo campaign? The Flood reveal in Combat Evolved. Is there a game or franchise you want to play but just never got around to doing it? There's a lot of those. Was there a content creator that inspired you to start your YouTube journey? There's a lot of them. Angry Video Game Nerd, Red Letter Media, I Hate Everything, Angry Joe. All those big review guys. Thank you to all my fantastic patrons. I love you all. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
I have to say I was inspired too by other reaction videos, but at the same time, I'm inspired by people in the review because they gave me the ability to buy what I want, and I'm gonna enjoy it, not be frustrated to the 10th degree. It's just they help me become more saving of my budget rather than wasting money on crap and getting angry at myself for wasting money on garbage. But still, thank you guys for giving me the insight to buy more games, even though it's gonna cost me a bit. Games that I can enjoy. Thank you guys so much for this. Thank you, Ackman. Thank you, Angry Joe. Thank you, all of you, for giving us a community where we can enjoy games at the same time, know what games to spend on, and what games to just throw in the garbage. I'm still looking at you, Vanguard. Screw that. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in more content of Ackman, there's a playlist over there. Go over there. I've been doing this for a while now. So until next time, Buster here, signing out, and more videos will be on its way soon.